Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates reveal the encounter between Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Aristotle Dumas could take a turn for the worse, potentially exposing some risky maneuvers. Recently, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, received information from Michael Baldwin, Christian Leblings, who suggested that this meeting between Aristotle and Billy is set to take place during the week of April 21 to 25. Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, is scheduled to meet with Aristotle Dumas. But in the world of soap operas, time can stretch out, meaning this encounter might not occur as soon as anticipated. Nevertheless, the key takeaway is that Victor suspects a trap has been laid for Billy, who might unwittingly walk right into it. While Billy believes he's about to confront the enigmatic figure behind this influential empire, he could be mistaken. Given the lengths Aristotle has gone to in order to safeguard his identity, he may not be ready to reveal himself to Billy just yet. This leaves a few possibilities for who Billy will actually face when they finally sit down together. It's possible that Aristotle could have someone impersonate him, but it's more likely that he will simply send a representative to handle matters on his behalf. This could potentially be Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers, who is employed by Aristotle and remains in Genoa City. Regardless of the situation, Billy might feel frustrated if Aristotle fails to appear to manage his own affairs. Billy is on the brink of making a daring move to demonstrate his point, likely aimed at Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and any skeptics of Aristotle. While Billy has his own reservations about the dubious Aristotle, he may choose to set those worries aside and pursue a more formal agreement. Billy might stubbornly hold his ground on this issue, and could even find himself signing a document he regrets regarding this alliance. Nonetheless, Victor's forewarning about Billy getting caught in an Aristotle snare might indeed come to fruition. Additionally, Billy might come to regret not heeding the warnings from Sally and Phyllis, both of whom have expressed significant concerns about Aristotle and his hidden motives. Upcoming spoilers for the CBS soap indicate that Aristotle's true intentions will eventually come to light, so keep an eye out for the exciting developments ahead. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y&R right now. Come back here often for the Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. Genoa City has seen its fair share of the bizarre, the beautiful, and the downright baffling. But in a surprising twist that no one saw coming, Billy Abbott's journey into self-discovery and inner conflict has taken him far beyond therapy couches and family feuds, straight into the realm of philosophical reckoning. Yes, you read that right. Billy meets Aristotle. But this isn't your average academic heart-to-heart. This meeting takes a chilling turn that could have ripple effects across the entire canvas of the Young and the Restless. After months of turmoil, manipulation, and misguided decisions, Billy Abbott found himself teetering on the edge of an existential crisis. With his podcast faltering and his relationships in shambles, he began to question not just what he was doing, but who he really was. In a desperate attempt to silence the chaos in his mind, Billy decided to embark on a retreat of the soul, hosted by a mysterious group known only as the Eternal Light Circle. Known for combining ancient philosophy with modern therapy, the group promised something no therapist in Genoa City had been able to deliver: clarity. During the guided meditation, under the shadowy tutelage of the circle's enigmatic leader, a hooded woman named Celine, Billy slipped into what he believed to be a lucid dream. He found himself transported to a dimly lit study lined with scrolls and the scent of parchment. At the center sat a man clad in a flowing robe, his eyes deep pools of ancient wisdom. It was Aristotle himself, or at least a manifestation conjured by Billy's subconscious, or so he thought. The conversation began innocently enough. Aristotle questioned Billy on his actions, his motivations, his desires. He spoke in riddles about virtue and vice, about the soul's war between reason and appetite. Billy, ever the rebel and ever the restless, pushed back with the candor only he could muster. "I've made mistakes," Billy admitted, "but that doesn't mean I don't deserve a second chance, or a third, or a 10th. Aristotle's gaze hardened. A man who repeats his mistakes has not learned. He is not a philosopher. He is a fool. The words hit Billy like a punch to the gut, but this was only the beginning. As the conversation grew more intense, the tone shifted. The room grew colder. The walls pulsed as if alive, and the flickering candlelight cast shadows that danced like specters. Suddenly, Aristotle's questions turned accusatory. His voice deepened, distorted. "Why do you destroy everything you touch, Billy Abbott? Why you run from your own reflection?" "Real?" Aristotle laughed, a terrible echoing sound. "And yet your guilt is real. Your shame is real. You've turned your life into a theater of tragedy, and you're the only one who keeps buying tickets." At that moment, the philosopher's face began to contort, his features morphing into those of people Billy had wronged. Delia, Victoria, Lily, even Adam. One by one, their voices called out, layering over one another in a chorus of blame. Billy screamed, willing himself to wake, but the vision only deepened. When Billy finally awoke, drenched in sweat and shaking, Celine was at his side, but instead of comfort, she offered him a cryptic warning. "You have opened a door," she said softly, "and what lies beyond it will follow you home." Shaken, Billy returned to Genoa City, but something had changed. He was quieter, more introspective, but also more paranoid. He began to question everyone's motives, including Chelsea's. He grew suspicious of Jack and became distant from Lily. He even canceled his podcast, claiming it was no longer authentic. And then came the dreams. Night after night, Aristotle, or whatever dark force wore his face, visited Billy in his sleep, each time with more brutal honesty and terrifying revelations. They weren't just conversations anymore. They were confrontations, and they were changing Billy in ways no one could anticipate. Lily became increasingly concerned. "You're not the same Billy," she said. "You're haunted." Billy tried to dismiss it, but the truth was becoming harder to hide. He began scribbling in notebooks, covering pages with quotes, philosophical quandaries, and disturbing sketches of eyes watching him from shadows. He claimed they were part of a new creative project, but Lily wasn't convinced. Meanwhile, Victor Newman caught wind of Billy's bizarre behavior and saw an opportunity. "A man unraveling is a man ripe for manipulation," he told Adam. "Keep your eye on Abbott. He may be useful." But it wasn't just the Newmans who were watching. Celine returned, showing up unexpectedly at Crimson Lights with a chilling smile. "Have the dreams returned?" she asked Billy. "They always do." Spoilers suggest that the lines between vision and reality will continue to blur for Billy, with whispers that Aristotle's dark persona may be more than just a hallucination. Is it a manifestation of Billy's fractured psyche, or something more supernatural? Y&R has occasionally flirted with the mystical, and fans are speculating this arc could mark a bold new direction for the show. Viewers can expect an explosive confrontation when Billy decides to confront his tormentor in a final vision that could leave him either broken or reborn. One thing is certain, Billy Abbott has crossed the threshold. Whether he emerges a wiser man or falls deeper into darkness depends not just on him, but on the secrets buried in his past.